Vermont's junior senator says Democrats nationwide are ramping up their support for Vice President Kamala Harris as the likely Democratic nominee. But he's not endorsing her yet. Vermont Republicans call this unprecedented. ABC 22's Malachi Flynn talked with Vermont leaders today as people are still absorbing this huge shift in the election. Malachi?
Well, Lauren, Senator Welch says President Biden's decision to drop out was the right call. He says he thought it would happen and thought it should happen, but was still stunned by the news nonetheless. At an event at the Champlain Marina in Colchester Monday, Senator Peter Welch addressed President Joe Biden's exit from the race. Ultimately, Welch calls Biden's decision, quote, inspiring, saying the president made a tough choice to do what was best for his country.
Coming to the conclusion that the best way to serve America was stepping aside, that's very humble. And he has always put the country first. I think it was the right decision, but I have great admiration for President Biden being able to make that decision.
Welch says at first he, like many of his colleagues, strongly supported Biden's re-election campaign. But nearly 2 weeks ago, he was the first Democratic senator to ask Biden to step aside. He says everything changed after the debate.
We can't unsee what we saw. So that had to be acknowledged. Democrats acknowledged it. This was a serious concern, not just to the political folks, but to everyday Americans. They had doubts about the health and capacity of the president. That's a hard topic, but it can't be ignored.
Welch says Vice President Kamala Harris is impressive and positioned well to win, but noted that other candidates may emerge. He stopped short of formally endorsing the vice president. Across the aisle, Vermont Republican Party Chair Paul Dame says he too agrees with Biden's decision to drop out. He only wishes the decision had been made sooner.
It was good to see Democrats sort of finally catch up to where Republicans have been for several months, having genuine concerns about Biden's ability to continue. It is going to be bittersweet for Democrats. It's completely unprecedented to have an incumbent president drop out after he's won every single primary.
But Dame says the Democratic Party brought the situation upon itself by discouraging other candidates to run against Biden in the primaries, something he says could be a disadvantage for a candidate who has not been through the primary process.
They're going to have to put forward someone who's never won a presidential primary, and that's going to be a huge burden for whoever that candidate is. The jury's just still out on what the Democrat message is, who's going to lead them, and whether or not that person is going to be able to connect with everyday voters.
Welch says he will be speaking with Vermont's other congressional delegates soon about whether to endorse Vice President Harris. Dame says he is not yet sure how Biden's withdrawal will impact Vermonters' votes. Live in the newsroom, Malachi Flynn, ABC 22 News.